Hello, everybody. Brian here from quantlabsnet.com. Going to try to show you this MCP server attempt. When I first started this process, the AI gave me a very complicated set of files, and part of the problem is when you get the original set at an expense using Claude Sonnet or whatever you're using, it's going to generate errors, and I just didn't want to go down the path of just eating up an account full of errors and trying to correct it. So I asked for a simple version of an MCP server, very generic, very little restrictions, and I'm going to make this available on my file share. So in here, what you can do is there's a source code, and I'm just going to show you how to use it. So there's a server, okay, and usual source file and the README, which you're looking at there, and just go MCP server. I don't even know if this is a real server or not, but assuming you connect into with MCP, connecting into the original concept of it from Anthropic Claude, you would have it ask your um, query to the AI, and then it give you a bunch of responses. Okay, so in this case, as a simulation, what we can do here is we've got a server running, right? And let me just see. Yeah, so here, if you go into the README file, um, into the README file right here, you'll see you have to open up another terminal for your whatever Linux. I'm using Linux Ubuntu, but you got to run another connection using NC to connect into it, and then from there, um, what we can do. Let me just make sure I capture this correctly. So what we do is uh, okay, there it is. Okay, so let me just clear this. So here I'm going to connect into it, right? And as usual, something don't work. Let's see here. It's not working. Hang on here. Okay, so here we are, connecting in the right port now. Should work. Missing port number. Okay, let's hope this works. So connecting, connection accepted. Okay, blah, 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 blah. Oh, yeah, so you're going to get a blank screen. It's no response. Anyway, so what you can do is you can start asking it these queries on the client side. It's kind of like with Reddit. If you've seen what I've done with Redis server, so if I go ping, get a palm, right? If I do get price on Apple, so this will be price some random response, right? So here, boom, get price of Apple. Nope, no Apple. Okay, echo unknown, get price Apple. But you kind of get the idea. Let me just continue along. See, it's currently 1:30 p.m. Hang on here. With a current. Okay, let me try this one on Google. I'm gonna do it a a um order submission. This is very crude what I'm doing here. So doesn't know what to do. But at the end of the day, what you're supposed to do is this fun stuff. Uh, Connect into the MCP server, and then typically you would have in your source file on the server side, you would have your connection into the Claude um, AI, and then it would use the AI API and then submit the prompt and come back with a response. I think that's what the MCP server is, among other things. But this is a very beyond primitive, but the concepts are there. Um, and you can go very sophisticated. As an example, when I did the first two attempts on the higher versions of Anthropic with the reasoning, it came back with a full-on uh, set of scripts with C++ involved, with a web server. I think there was a connection into Anthropic. Huh. For Monte Carlo, for quant research. I mean, these could get very sophisticated on on And if people, I've seen people putting up some pretty interesting MCP servers for quant related, trading related. So go check it out. I think there's a repository for MCP servers as well. It's kind of cool, and let alone AI to develop a specific MCP server for yourself. But this is just the general, very, as I said, very primitive version. Now, as I said before, let me first announce this. So if you want to know more, get on my newsletter. Just join here under learn at quantlabsnet.com. You can join here. Your info will not be released. You get your C++ HFT ebook, which is free. And then I've just added now, if you want to get a free trial to getting intro to the source code, introduced to the analytics stuff, you can get a 7 free day trial and get into our Quant Analytics membership. And then you'll start getting access to some of the code of all the code that's generated here on social media, TikTok now, YouTube, Instagram, whatever. But you'll be able to get access to that if you want to take advantage of that free trial. Just launched that last night. Over now. Thanks for watching. Have a good day.